Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn extreme programming of software engineering. Before starting with the lecture, let me introduce myself. I am Professor Poonam Mahale, working in Kekewa College of Engineering, Education and Research. So we'll start with today's lecture by considering objective. At the end of today's lecture, you will able to understand agile development process. Along with that, you will able to understand the Scrum process and extreme programming. So we'll start today's lecture with the first topic, that is extreme programming. Extreme programming is a most commonly used methodology of agile development. In the agile development, basically agile development models works on agile manifesto and agile principle. XP, that is extreme programming, uses the concept of object oriented programming. So extreme programming is a lightweight, efficient, low risk, flexible, predictable, and scientific approach to develop a software product. Like your conventional approach, a developer in the extreme programming focuses on framework activities like planning, design, coding, and testing. So, extreme programming was developed to address a specific need of software development by considering small teams. Along with that, the changing requirements are accommodated with the help of extreme programming. So, XP process, that is extreme programming process, includes the activities that are nothing but an planning, design, coding, testing, and release. After testing, the product is released to the customer. Extreme programming works on the five important values that are the foundation for all work that perform under the context with extreme programming. So what are that values? First important factor of extreme programming is nothing but an communication. So to start anything, a first thing, or to start any development process, a first or important activity is nothing but an communication. So a regular meeting of developer and customer is required for communication purpose. Again, the meeting is required for what? For requirement gathering and discussion of the concepts. Then the second value is nothing but an simplicity, which related with your design. The simple design can always be easily implemented in the code. Simple design is always a user friendly. So keep it simple is the first is the factor which is considered in the simplicity. Then the third value is nothing but an feedback. Feedback is an important activity which leads to a discipline in the development process. Feedback helps us for improvement purpose. Then the fourth XP value is nothing but an courage. In every development project, there is always a pressure situation. As a developers software team have to follow the deadlines, they have to work together. Every people working in the team have a different mindset. So yes, we need to deal with the pressure situation. So the courage or the discipline will definitely make the task easy. And that's why extreme programming, to achieve extreme programming, we need one important factor is nothing but an courage. And the last is nothing but an respect. As we are going to deal with a team, or we are going to work in a team, respect with each other is required. So the agile should include respect among all the team members, between other stakeholders and with the customer. So respect is required. Others opinions are considerable, and we give a respect with the other opinions. So these are the five values that are counted in the extreme programming. Now next is nothing but an scrum. So in the scrum is nothing but an it is a agile software development method. Again, it is an iterative and incremental software development method. Like your extreme programming, another methodology that is included in the agile is nothing but an scrum development. So it scrum development, basically scrum, it's an flexible development strategy. Again, in the scrum, it enables the team to self organize by online collaboration of the team members. So what exactly the scrum process is? It's a lightweight process which is used to manage and control software development. It is a agile software development, and with the agile software development, scrum is often considerable methodology. The key principle of Scrum is to recognize that during project development, customer can change their requirement and requirement of customers are unpredictable. So to accommodate changing requirement of the customer at any time, Scrum development helps for changing requirement or unpredictable requirement. So how the Scrum process works. So Scrum process flow contains these stages. So before going to see these stages, basically we'll see some important terminology that we are going to use in the Scrum process. So sprint is the one terminology that we are going to use here. Sprint is nothing but a period in which development occur. So time period or the duration in which a development occur is called as a sprint. Again, here a product backlog we are going to use or consider. So product backlog is nothing but the list of an requirement or list of requirement of customers. So customer requirement list of priority wise customer requirements are nothing but an product backlog. Then the sprint backlog are nothing but a list of tasks that is to be completed and which are prioritized. So task is nothing but an sprint backlog. Requirement, prioritized requirement is nothing but an product backlog. Yes, so Scrum team that is nothing but an product owner, development team, Scrum master. Uh, these are the some important terminology that we are going to use. So Scrum Master, we require terminology that is Scrum Master. So Scrum Master is a person who is responsible for handling the Scrum process. So yes, we'll see this Scrum process flow in detail. So Scrum process flow contains a stages. So first stage of Scrum process flow is nothing but an setup stage. So in the setup stage, basically the environment are considered and that are set up. So setup environment contains uh, activate scrum process plugin, assign scrum role to the user. So all the setups are considered, that is environmental setup, assigning the roles is carried out in the first stage of setup. Second is nothing but an create a product. In the create product is nothing but an basically, what is product? If we want to define a product is nothing but a functionality or the features which are identified by the owner are implemented, right? So product contains different features which are needed by the customer. So create a product, in this stage we add features to a product or we add a features with existing product. So creation of features and functionality which are required by the customer is nothing but an create product. Third stage is nothing but an create user story. So uh, these are nothing but an product requirement created by product owner. So user stories are nothing but an a requirement which a product owner wants from his product, right? So, user stories are generally written in the plain text in the natural language. It consists a specific requirement that products should have. Again, it consists a natural language, a prioritized list of functionalities or requirement that customer or product owner wants from the product. Then next is nothing but a create release. So create release, it has a start and end date in which number of development iterations are completed. So development iterations, so first increment then second increment of product. So iterations, creation is nothing but an create release. Fifth is nothing but an create sprint. It is a basic unit of time in the development process. As I already told, sprint is nothing but an period in which development occurs. So create sprint means a release wise time development we considered, and It is a basic unit of time in the development process. It can have any length. Typically, it takes 1 or 4 weeks to complete one particular functionality or entire product, you can say, as per the requirement or as per the scale of the product. Then next is nothing but an planned sprint. Planned sprint is nothing but an here the team and scrum master need to decide on which stories they can commit to complete within the sprint. So here the development team and the scrum master basically decide first which requirement they are going to complete and deliver to the customer. Then the track sprint progress. Here the scrum master is tracking the entire project completion status. So Scrum Master is responsible for checking the progress of the product. Then he provides the progress report to the team. Then team members frequently update the task and records. Right? So a developer team again here have to update their records, completion records. So track sprint progress by considering the reports and the tracking charts, we can able to track the progress of or completion status of particular product. And lastly is nothing but an generate charts basically helps us to understanding the progress of the sprint. It can be uh, it helps to understand the progress, then we can track the completion status. And again generate chart includes the chart that are important, that can be generated. Here the burn down chart we can generate, which is useful for tracking the status of the project. So these are the different stages from which the scrum process go. Now we'll see the scrum roles. As I already told, different roles are used in the scrum processes, and that different roles are nothing but an product owner. Here in the scrum process, entire development of the scrum is carried out with the help of with the help of uh, product owner, then the developer team and the scrum master. So we'll see what are the roles and responsibilities of product owner. Product basically, who are the product owner? Product owner are the stakeholders of the customer. They ensure team delivers values to the business. That means they ensure team are delivering the requirements. They write customer centric items, they rank customer centric item and add into the product backlog. So they write user stories, that means they write the requirements. Then they prioritize the requirement. Which requirement is the very important one and which is the basic requirement of the of particular product. So tracking and prioritizing the requirement is the role of product owner. Along with that, product owner also communicate with the development team for requirement gathering or requirement transmission purpose. Again, a product owner generally they identify important requirement and communicate important requirement. uh, yes, product owner helps to reduce the communication gap between the team and the stakeholders. So yes, they communicate with the team. They communicate the status of completion. So product owner is a very important for understanding, for prioritizing the requirement. Then next entity, that is nothing but a scrum master. So scrum, so entire development process of particular sprint is carried out by scrum master. So he is responsible, he is accountable for product goals and deliverables. He is not a team lead or a manager. He acts as an buffer between development team and distracting influences. So he generally involves in the key meeting and the challenges the team to improve. So project manager is responsible for people management, but the scrum master is not related with the people management. So scrum master is accountable for product goal and deliverables. Now next is nothing but a development team. As we all know, development team is nothing but an developers who are working on that product. So, development team generally consists analyst, designer, developer, tester, coder, communicator, document writer, etc. So, the development team, the size of the team can be from between 3 to 9. So, minimum size of the team can be a 3 or maximum can be the 9. So, team generally consists of people of different skills. So these are the scrum roles that plays an important role in the scrum development. Now we'll see in detail scrum development cycle. So how exactly the development carried out with the help of scrum methodology in the agile development. How scrum accommodate the changes. So yes, uh, scrum development here, as you can able to see in the diagram, product owner, as we all know, the role of product owner is to communicate the requirement, to prioritize the requirement. So product owner creates a product backlog. Product backlog means here all the requirements are considered that are prioritized. So requirement understanding and prioritizing the requirement, that is nothing but an product backlog. So that is carried out with the yes, that is carried out by product owner. And that product backlog means a list of prioritized requirement that is transferred or given to the development team. Now what development will team will do, development team will create a sprint planning, right? So development team forecast work needed to achieve a sprint goal. Development team plan and work together, and by considering the product backlog, development team is responsible. You can able to see here development team. So development team is responsible for creating what? Sprint backlog. So sprint backlog is nothing but an to complete these requirement which is specified by the product owner in the product backlog. So to complete these requirement, a task that are included or a task which are required to complete this requirement are included in the sprint backlog. Again, the list of tasks are prioritized in the sprint backlog. So prioritize list of tasks is nothing but a sprint backlog. So sprint backlog is an input for scrum cycle. So here development team consider the product backlog, they refine it. Along with that, they consider the sprint backlog and development process. So here this is a cycle. Development process is carried out. Again, in the development process, the development process is an iterative process. In between the development, a daily scrum meetings are conducted. So what that daily scrum meeting, that we are going to learn in today's lecture itself in the next slide. So after the daily scrum meeting and entire review, the release is produced. After production of release, a reviews of that release is considered. So sprint reviews are taken here after the first release or the release. So what exactly is the sprint review? Review are nothing but an meetings. So sprint reviews are conducted by for addressing certain points, and that is nothing but an a review of completed work, review of incompleted work, then uh, yes, uh, com- so completed work is shown to the end users along with the product owner and the scrum master. Again here sprint retrospective are carried out. So retrospective is nothing but an, it is again a meeting which is held at the end of the sprint cycle. So at completion of sprint cycle, these retrospective are considered for understanding certain issues. So here in the retrospective, uh, some points are considered like continuous improvement checking is carried out. Every team member reflects his past performance in the retrospective. Again, here the two in the sprint retrospective itself, two questions are asked. What is well in the current sprint? What are the improvements that can be done in the next sprint? So in the current sprint, what are the challenges they faced? What are the improvement they can perform in the next sprint? So these are the certain issues that are considered in the sprint retrospective. So yes, so this is how the development is carried out. So again, in that development itself, agile methodology, that is changing requirement of the users, are considered. Now we'll see the certain terminology that are included in the scrum development. So sprint planning meeting, product owner and scrum master and the scrum development team are involved in the planning meeting. If required, they can add additional stakeholders or outsider beneficiaries can be added, invited for this meeting. The purpose of this meeting is the highest priority work are described and that work is communicated to the development team. Generally, these type of meeting are held at the beginning of sprint cycle. So before developing a sprint, this type of meetings are conducted. Again, next is nothing but an sprint execution. Sprint execution is nothing but an actual development of a sprint. So sprint execution is nothing but an work which is performed by Scrum team to meet a sprint goal. So all the works which is necessary to deliver a product or the goal is carried out in the sprint execution. So actual implementation is nothing but an sprint execution. So generally sprint execution begins after the sprint planning and ends when the sprint review starts. So execution is carried out after sprint planning and when the review start it is terminated. Then the daily scrum meeting. As I already told, daily scrum meeting. Every day during sprint project meeting, daily meetings are occurred. So daily meeting, these meetings are helpful for understanding the schedule of coming day. Again, the approximate time for this meeting is 15 minutes. So in this meeting, usually uh, core member or core team member speak in the meeting. In the meeting, what we have done since yesterday, what is today's planning, any immediate action that are required, the discussion on this is carried out in the daily scrum meeting. So that's all for today's lecture. Hope you all have understood the scrum development process and extreme programming of agile development in detail. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can drop in the comment box. Thank you.